Quick side note. Road structure is set up in arvahall now. Quick side note though. I do try to don't delete your roads ever. Seriously, not until you guys are ready to plant towers and just delete everything in your city. Do not delete your roads. It's it happens to me all the time where okay, I need to squeeze in a goods building somewhere, but I don't have enough coin to delete and rebuild housing, so I need to shuffle it, right? But I can move these roads out of the way and make room for a goods building that would be connected on a road. You know what I mean? No deletion required. Do not delete your roads. They cost 1,000 coin a piece, and if you're running out of gold but you're deleting chunks of road every collection, that's probably a good place to start. You know what I mean? Didn't have to delete any houses or any roads to get that goods building in there. So on a side note there. But road layout is done with arvahall, and I'm actually pretty excited for next collection now. I'm going to go ahead and get the arch number 4 out of the way. Aqueducts, don't have enough supplies for that yet, but the farm is still about an hour behind. Aqueduct number 1 will go right here. And then on tomorrow morning's collection, at the end of tonight's collection, I'll also plant a ballista camp, just so it's ready for tomorrow. Sorry, I should rephrase that. I'll plant a goods building and a ballista camp. I'll plant the ballista camp first. Don't need to rush it, just run one batch of troops, and then plant a goods building in anticipation of tomorrow to get the 7th expansion. So tomorrow, instead of doing an arch and 3 aqueducts, we'll apply 130 of those resources to expansion number 7 and just do 2 additional aqueducts on the evening collection. Does that make sense? So arch plus 1 aqueduct tonight, and then the other 2 aqueducts of that pair plus expansion tomorrow. Does that make sense? And then a couple repetitions of ballista. So I'm actually pretty excited to see how arvahall does. It is going to fall behind what Conrir is able to do, but considering what we're working with and the shard budget that we have, like in Conrir, I buy the gold pass. I haven't done that here. This is actually my first QI season in arvahall, and I've actually done reasonably well, I think. I do have a full action bar, and that's something I've talked about in the last couple videos, that if you do have a baby city, there is a possibility that you will end up with a full action bar that you cannot use. And if it really bugs you that much, just jump over to the map and move around, I guess. If you really need to burn up your actions, if this helps you sleep at night, I guess you could do this, you know. But don't worry about that too much. It's actually better to have a full action bar that you cannot use, but when you are able to use it, your settlement is able to follow up with it. Does that make sense? Versus scrambling to, oh, I gotta burn up these actions, I need to print ballistas. How many ballistas am I gonna get out of this collection? I have 52,000 supplies. I'm gonna get 1 batch of ballistas and I'm gonna murder all of them on my first fight. You know what I mean? But if I take those resources and say, wow, it sucks that I can't fight in the map, but I'm gonna take the resources that I have and I'm gonna set my city up to be able to not only have 3 aqueducts tomorrow, but an additional expansion number 7, as well as some extra troops that aren't going to die as quickly now. So when I print 10 ballista, I'm only going to kill 2 of them instead of killing all 10 of them. You know what I mean? There's a sustainability concept in there where if you guys are obsessed about burning up your actions as soon as you're able to, it's not going to work out well for you in the long run. Not unless you have the main city cojones to follow through with that. So I'm actually enjoying this little video series, and I'm keeping it unlisted. It's only for the United crew. All of my stock my stock QI stuff is public to YouTube, but I'm keeping this little series private for United, and it's actually a pretty fun thought experiment to me, to look at both sides of the QI coin, from a developed city and from a new city perspective as well. So this is actually a pretty fun challenge for me. I'm gonna call it a wrap. You guys already know what I'm gonna do. It's an hour behind, but there's no purpose in recording that. I'm gonna take the extra resources I get. I'll have enough for one batch of ballista. After I get the aqueduct number 1, I'll have enough surplus for a batch of ballista. And then tomorrow's collection is going straight towards expansion number 7. 2 more arches tomorrow will accomplish. And then hopefully upgrade maybe some cottages, as well as another repetition of ballista. We'll see the resources that we get from the map and whatnot, but that's the goal for tomorrow. So I'm going to call it a wrap for tonight. You guys already know the plan. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.